Okay. Yeah. It's just some regular music playing, right? A hurricane and a pandemic. Okay, everybody, Jim Weller here, and that was a little bit of a collage. You have to insert your own words, but we've got quite a few guests going to be on today, and this is another edition of Weller Does Delmarva, and we are live. People say, where is this show? We are in Harrington at Rudy's Family Restaurant. We do it every Saturday morning, so you're probably watching live on TV Delmarva or on Facebook or on YouTube, and we thank you for watching, okay? So this is a weekly show. It's a live show, and it's like something you've never seen before. So we hope you enjoy it. It's very exciting, and share it with your friends. Just hit the share button. If you're watching on TV, there's no share button, okay? Just pick up the phone and call somebody and tell them that you're watching it. So here we go. Colin Walls is here. Colin, are you ready? All right.
I'm ready. Good morning.
What's going on with you?
So as Jim said, it's like something you've never seen before.
It's exactly like it. You've never seen it before.
Like
and it's
something.
like something you've never seen before. How's that?
I don't even know if that's a real. I don't know if that describes
real.
anything, right?
Hey, that's what the show is like.
Exactly.
It's
That's
like
perfect description,
right.
Jim.
It's like something you've never seen before. So
and
anyway,
like even exactly like it.
it's exactly like it. Right. It's in your mind's eye, wherever that is.
Wherever that
that is. All right.
It's easier to see yours than mine.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to
Right,
take my hat off. I got to
right.
shave my head.
That's right. And then you can see his mind's eye. His is going all over the place.
Yes. So anyway,
All right.
good morning. Yeah, welcome to Weller Does Delmarva.
Welcome.
It's a beautiful morning out there. A little
It is.
foggy, so be careful if you're going to be out riding around. But we recommend you just stay at home
And watch
and
TV.
watch the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, last week we had some callers
You did have callers.
that were watching on TV.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's kind of neat. And this TV station
And-
is just by the week getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
It is, and and it's not big enough to keep the power on, the City of Milford power on,
Right.
out there on Appels Road some days. So,
Yeah.
luckily we have a backup generator, but there's that transition between when the
Correct.
electric goes out
Everything
and the generator
goes
comes
off,
on,
and then comes back on.
exactly. So we have taken care of that though. We've gotten our battery
Right.
back. We had a battery backup, it just wasn't working. So
Right.
Anyway.
The battery backup wasn't backing up.
that's right. So the batteries were dead. I had to put new double A's in it.
Oh, a bunch of 150 of them.
So,
All right.
so anyway, Weller Does Delmarva is live right here on TV Delmarva.
Yes.
And how do you get TV Delmarva? Well, there's a couple different ways. Number one, the best way to do it is to point your antenna towards Seaford. Rescan your television and look for Channel 14. That's us.
Pops right up, Channel 14.
Pretty soon you're going to notice Channel 14.2 is there.
So that would be another rescanning.
That I'm not sure. It depends on your TV on that.
Okay.
So
right.
it might just appear there on most TVs.
Okay. Right.
So anyway, you're going to find Channel 14.2. That's going to be Delmarva Newsnet, and we've got big dreams and hopes for this channel.
Absolutely.
It's going to be pretty interesting. There's no 24-hour news service on Delmarva, and that's going to be us. We're going to be the 24-hour news television station.
Okay.
So look forward on Channel 14.2. Rob Petrie has joined us, and that's a name a lot of people are familiar with here in Sussex County and Kent County in the area. And he's going to be on Delmarva Newsnet.
Okay. Well, I'm excited about it. So, and don't forget to remind people, we're coming on the radio. I didn't realize that. Boy, there's an echo and a half. Must be me. All right, now let me make sure that I introduce everybody to the show on the radio. So we're now on the radio. So good morning, everybody. Jim Weller here, and you're watching and listening to Weller Does Delmarva. And I was just chatting with Colin Walls, founder and inventor of TV Delmarva. Is that the word? He didn't invent TV.
Yeah,
but
yeah, not. I mean, well, I haven't gotten paid for it yet. Anyway,
right,
I'm waiting for that check.
Right.
No, I have not invented TV.
So
So all we did, we brought TV Delmarva on the air, Channel 14 over the air. Point your antenna towards Seaford, rescan, look for Channel 14. Coming soon, Channel 14.2. That's Delmarva Newsnet, and it's going to be a 24-hour television service, all news on Delmarva. So check us out, tvdelmarva.com. Look for us on Roku and Amazon Fire Stick as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Colin. Jim Weller here. You're getting ready to listen to and watch a show like you've never seen before. This is a show exactly like something you've never seen before. And you'll have to imagine what that means. But it's a live show. We do it right inside a restaurant in Harrington, Delaware called Rudy's Family Restaurant. So you can come here. They're open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Good food, great service, and they'll take care of you. If you're hungry, if you got a small group, a big group, Rudy's Family Restaurant can get the job done. There's a room behind me and in front of me that holds 50, 80 people. There's rooms in the back. So, you know, if you're looking for a place to have all your family get together and correctly social distance, as well as have an event and have some food, Rudy's has enough room for everybody, all right? Now, in just a minute or two, we're going to be joined by County Councilman I.G. Burton, and we have got a series of unbelievable questions that I've not even created in my mind just yet, but I've got time. He won't be on for just a few minutes anyway. But anyway, County Councilman I.G. Burton's going to be joining me, and all the things you wished you could have asked him, I'll ask for you, okay? So anyway, we're going to chat a little bit. I've known him for a while, so we're going to do that in a few minutes. Then at 7:30, we've got David Bosco, who's actually running for Delaware's governor. He's going to be and wants to be and desires to be and is running hard to be the next governor. Then we've got Philip Watkins going to be joining me talking about a big benefit car show, which is coming up next Saturday to benefit Delaware Hospice. And then we've got Senator Dave Lawson going to be joining us as he is running to be reelected again as your state senator. All right, so we've got an action-packed show. I think we're going to take a call in from Justin Ward, Invisible Fence Brand of Delmarva. And we may give some stuff away, too. So if there's something you want us to give away, send us a note and let us know what it would be, so we can add it to our prize closet, okay? So we've got some things that we like to give away, but if there's something that we're not giving away, like maybe you want some $50 bills or $10 bills or something like that, put your request in an envelope, put some examples of what you want us to give away in the envelope, and mail it to me, all right? And then we'll at least have some to do that with to get it started. It's like priming the pump. But what I'm saying is we give a lot of stuff away. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, I want to talk real quick about a place in Greenwood. So anyway, just want to talk about a place in Greenwood that is called Marketplace. And if you are looking for some antiques or kind of an interesting shopping experience, you can go to Marketplace in Greenwood. So this is a sponsor segment, and they have all kinds of stuff. I was just there yesterday. So there's thousands of different things, from antiques to glassware to jewelry to coins to just a little bit of stuff. Some of the things, it's locally owned and operated, first of all. Been there over 5 years. Okay, it's right on Route 13 in Greenwood, right near Emma's Restaurant. Okay, it's called Marketplace Antiques and Collectibles. Okay, they offer all types of unique items and quality pieces at reasonable prices, including antiques, collectibles, furniture, jewelry, art, all kinds of things. You'll find it a very interesting shopping experience, and they're opened very many hours. I don't even know exactly how many, but it looks like they're open Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 to 5. They're closed on Tuesday and Wednesday. So lots of interesting things. I was there yesterday looking around, and every time I go, there's different stuff. So it's called Marketplace Antiques, Route 13, southbound side in Greenwood, Delaware, okay? You can check them out. They got all kinds of stuff. Joey is the owner, and tell him I sent you, and he'll take care of you. Now, here he is. We're trying to get a good picture. This is for the Lincoln newspaper that's going to be coming out in the next few years. We're trying to gather as many pictures as we can for this newspaper. So I don't know if you've heard the Lincoln Gazette.
You are expanding in every direction.
Unbelievable. And the more I eat, it happens. I keep expanding in every direction. All right, County Councilman I.G. Burton, good morning and welcome
Good morning,
to
Jim.
Weller Does Delmarva. How are you today?
Great. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for coming. And I remember going to lunch one day, and the idea of you running for council came up, and you ran a good campaign, you won, and now you're rerunning. Is that what it's called?
I'm running for re-election.
Re-election.
And it's every 4 years.
Okay.
And,
Wow.
Yep. Time
4
flies.
years.
I know.
I
can't
remember,
believe it either.
you were out campaigning, and it was interesting.
It was very interesting. I've learned a lot. It's a different business.
Right. But you were very prepared going in. You had been
Yes.
on, was it planning and zoning?
I was on planning and zoning. I've been on various other committees.
State of Delaware
Yeah,
things
so
and
that
stuff.
You kind of got to know how to get along with other people, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
Because it does take, you know,
Correct.
it's not
Right.
one man rule.
No,
right?
and it's a team effort.
It's
I mean,
a
our
team
community
effort.
is a team of people, business people, accomplished people
Yep.
that want to do better for the people that live here.
That's right. And
You
that's
know.
that's why I got in. You know,
Okay.
you and I
Okay.
have grown up here, and
Right.
it's changing.
Right.
And
It's
that's
changing.
good.
We'll call it growth.
Growth.
It's growing, but it needs to be managed.
It
growth.
needs to be managed, and I
Right.
was concerned especially from the planning and zoning perspective. You know, I was there in the first run up, right,
Of ideas.
of applications,
Right, because they
right?
go to planning and zoning before they
First.
go to council.
Right.
Okay.
So in 06, 07, it was just gangbusters,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then it went down in
Okay.
08.
Right.
So I was in with the rush, and then I weathered through the storm, and now we're, going back up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's given me the experience to know what good times, bad times, and
Right.
how to weave in between them.
Right. And how to not panic.
Right.
In other words, that's the other thing. In other words, everything is the word called cyclical, where things go up and down.
Yep.
Okay, so I've been in business like 46 years, so naturally I'm used to things going one way, and then you need to prepare. When things are really, really good, you need to prepare.
That's right.
Because not every season stays that same season forever. So.
And we at the county are doing that. I
Right.
mean, we have a cash reserve. We have plans to spend it.
Very low taxes.
Very low
That's why everybody
taxes.
wants to move here.
And there's no reason to change that.
Correct.
Right.
Or upset the apple cart.
You're right.
Right.
And because it's working.
Right. And I heard you the other day talking about, let's focus on what's working and move forward, not so much just see how many things we can change.
Right.
In other words, and that's what I think your whole point is. Your family's been a fiber of this community for like 100 years.
100 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
So I would say it's fair to say that the Burton name, the Burton family, has been an asset to our community for
Well,
a
thank
long
you.
time. In
Thank
other words,
you.
I mean, you're involved in things that employ people and spend money and pay taxes and pay more taxes and buy electricity and so
Yeah.
on. So I think that makes a difference, because when you know how a community is put together, you know how best to help manage that. And
Oh, I thank you, and I think I do.
right, I think you do
Right.
too. In
And-
other words,
And
is it,
I know who to talk to.
and how to talk to them.
Right.
In other
And-
words, I think it's all a little bit
Right.
important. You know what I mean? Even if you're approaching an enemy, you need to know how to
How to
approach.
talk to 'em.
Correct, because at the end of the day, it's about accomplishing things.
That's right.
Not about being all right on everything.
Right.
Okay. Also, you've been involved with the hospital, and
I
was it
have.
your dad and your grandfather?
My
involved?
grandfather and my dad were all both chairman, and I was chairman, and I'll have to add it up. That would be something good for me to do, but I know that I had 18 years. I would guess my dad had more than that.
Wow.
Right? And my granddad probably had more than both of us.
Wow.
So there may be, a
lot of
65 or 70 years of being involved
in the medical community.
in the Bay Health, Melford Memorial,
Hospital.
Kent General.
Yeah. Remember the hospital fair?
I do.
Can you remember running around the hospital fair? It was a big thing to have squirt guns.
Squirt guns.
That was the big
Squirt
thing.
guns.
In other words, to have the best squirt gun at the hospital fair.
If you could get the ones that pumped,
right,
as opposed to the pull the trigger thing.
Yep.
Because they would go far.
They would go far. You could keep your enemies at a distance because they weren't mad till you squirted them.
Right.
So I remember that, and I remember the Burris family was very involved with the barbecue chicken, and it was all good. But so my take on candidates is you need to look for people that you think are going to, I won't say play well with others, but play well with others. In other words, to get along.
I think it's more so important in Sussex County because Sussex County really is divided.
Right.
Right? You got the western side, which is
Just
agricultural.
moved here. Right. Well, the western side, right.
Yeah, I'm talking
the
about
core.
Seaford and the Laurel,
right.
and they don't have the same problems
that the other side. That is absolute fact. Right.
So being able to balance, amongst the five of us and amongst the two separate counties,
right,
is really
important.
It's really important because they are just diametrically different.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that. Myself, over in Bridgeville, what matters to me is nowhere near the same that somebody is upset with the traffic on Route 1.
Right. But we represent
all of
not just my district, right? We represent the
your
entire
district
county.
Is a rather large district, isn't it?
I do. I have a big district. I'm from Route 24 to Melford.
Okay.
So that McDonald's there on Route 1. I got all the Bay communities. So I got Slaughter Beach and Broadkill and all that. And then I go over to, if you go down 24, I go to like Indian Mission.
Okay.
At church.
Well, that's a lot of area.
It's a lot of area, and I got, I got these like big pockets of people, like independents and senators and governors, and then I got, 6 houses on a road in Harbison.
Right.
And so it's really it's a listen and learn exercise every day. It's like, wait a minute, where do you live? Right? And then I got to say,
how do I get there?
Yeah. Well, he's not talking to me about the same.
Yes. Right. Right. You got to adjust your conversation to the neighborhood you're in.
That's right.
Now, we blew through that 5 minutes, but here's my question. What do you want people to really know about you, and how would somebody get a hold of you if they wanted to know more?
All right. I have a Facebook page.
Okay.
Right. So it's IG for Sussex County.
All right. And you make some videos.
I do.
I like them. You can see your personality in those. In other words, this is
4
IG.
years. This guy comes to my house once a week.
Okay.
And whatever I'm thinking about, I actually got the idea from you.
Okay.
Right? It's kind of off. It's kind of off the cuff. I'll have some.
And these are B-rated?
I guess.
I guess they're B-rated videos. I didn't even know there was a rating. I wonder what my videos
I
rate.
don't know. Yeah, well, everybody's got their own opinion. Right?
Oh, okay. And opinions, here's what I've learned about opinions. They're like armpits. Everybody's got 2. And they both sometimes have an odor. So that's about opinions. But anyway, you make these videos.
I make videos on my Facebook.
And you're doing good with them. I like them.
Which is just my thoughts.
Right.
And, this is what I'm thinking about. This is what And then I have a web page, which is IG4D3.
Okay.
Right. So it's letters and numbers.
All right.
Right. Because it's the number 4. IG4, the letter D, which is my district, right?
Okay.
D3. So IG for D3.
And you can learn a lot there.
All
right. So, what else do we need to know about IG? Married, kids?
Married, kids.
Pay taxes?
Okay. The election this year is different. It's a primary. There's no general. So whoever wins the primary is the sitting councilman.
Oh,
Right?
oh, okay.
A lot of people don't come out to the primary. That would be a big mistake.
Really?
You have to come out September 15th.
That's it.
That's it. Whoever wins that election, they don't go in, on the 16th. They go in January.
Okay.
So I would finish out
Right.
my term, or I would continue my term. I'd choose option B.
To continue your term.
Continue.
That is your desire.
That is my
In
desire.
case nobody knew that, IG desires to continue serving.
So you can vote absentee, you can vote remote, remote. It's not, absentee used to be reserved for sickness, or if you were in the Army or something like. The governor changed that to if you're worried about going in and touching the screen because of the virus where we're in, you can just request a ballot. Go to Department of Elections. Everybody got a letter this week.
Okay.
Everybody in Sussex County got a letter.
Too.
And then you fill that out, and you send it in, and they send you a ballot that'll have my name on it.
Okay.
Right? Then you check, vote for me, you put it in a self-addressed envelope and send it back, and you have voted.
Okay. But
So-
this is a one and done.
This election is a one and done.
Okay.
And it's a primary, and you get September 15th.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anything else?
That's it. I appreciate being asked to be on your radio station.
I like talking to you. And I've known your family for a while, and I think you're a good guy. I think your
thank you, Jim.
family's done a good job. In other words, I saw somebody retiring from IG Burton. I know you're not involved with the car business, but it's still your family, you know.
Yes, it
and,
is.
But a guy worked there like 38 and a half years.
That's correct.
And he's retiring. I'm thinking, wow.
Yeah.
You
Some
know,
people
and,
do that.
Some people do that, and some people just won't go away. I didn't mean to say that. No, I'm just kidding. But I think it was Jim Bennett, wasn't it?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
So anyway, but you got a good good team there, and I think you've done a good job.
Well,
and
thank you, Jim.
I've been encouraged watching you campaign. You keep you cool. You kind of say it how it is. You're involved in many things, and you want to be a good steward.
I want to be
the
a good
community's,
steward.
Investments, and stuff like that. Did we just buy some land or something lately?
We did. We bought.
Help me understand that.
So we bought 2 parcels.
Okay.
Right, and we went through this comprehensive land use plan.
Right. And I hear everybody was very involved in that.
God, it was 2 years of just 2 years with us and planning and zoning. It just was meeting after meeting after, because we broke it into segments. So let's talk about traffic. Let's get a whole bunch of traffic people in. Let's talk about land use. Let's get a whole, And one of the resounding comments that came out is that, look, you guys have a lot of development on the east side. You got to start buying some open space, or we're just not going to have any.
Right.
So that was what the public asked of the county.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out, we bought what is deemed as, from Chris Basin Center Inland Bays, as one of the most ecological needed sites to preserve on Route 24, because it's right against the headwaters of the Rehoboth Bay.
Okay.
So
something worth protecting.
Something worth protecting, both for the land and the water quality.
Right.
Right. And then in Lewis, we bought, it's called the Jones Farm, it is absolutely a beautiful farm, loaded with deer and big trees, but it is the farm that is right next to the Lewis's water wells.
Okay.
So
that's pretty important too.
If it would have got contaminated,
right,
everybody in Lewis would have contaminated water, like Flint, Michigan.
Right. And the expense of dealing with that would be far greater than preserving this area.
I don't know how you would deal with it. You know, it would just be, there's only one well in Lewis that feeds every tap in Lewis, and it's right there. Yeah, it's in my opinion.
And this wasn't just the county council's idea. This was This was listening to the public. And responding to the public.
And I actually was the facilitator of that, in that I went out and met with the mayor of Lewis, and I said, look, if I can put a deal together, will you participate? Will your council participate?
Okay.
And
working together.
Working
here.
together.
An example of this.
Then I went to BPW and got, I said, look, I'll try and work a deal to save your wells.
Right.
Right. But you got to help me with financially, because this farm is in the hottest growth area. It's going to be a lot of money.
Help underwrite this.
And, right.
Right.
And
they did?
And they did. And then I went to the landowner.
Okay.
And I said, look, I can't pay list price to preserve something.
Correct.
Give me a discount, and I'll see if I can put these parties together. So we got it appraised. The Lingo Townsend Group discounted it $1.6 million.
That's a pretty good negotiation.
It was very tough.
And thank you to them.
Thank you to those guys.
Right.
They owned the land.
But it showed how much they sewed into this idea.
Right.
They liked it enough to participate $1.6 million worth.
That's correct. It is
right. It was the hub of development area.
Hottest. Right. It was on a corner. It was going to get a light.
But another group of people that wants to do the right thing for the future of our community.
Agreed.
Is that called a collaboration?
That was a group effort, if that's the same word. But,
okay.
But they came to the pump that the land was $5.5 million. The county came up with $2 million.
Okay.
The Lewis Board of Public Works came up with $2 million, so that's $4 million.
Okay.
And then the town of Lewis came up with $1.5 million. So collectively, we got $5.5 million, and we signed a letter of intent, and we'll go to settlement probably in October or November, whenever the lawyers.
This is a big deal.
Oh, this is a historic deal. This is absolutely
good job.
Historic.
The whole county council, the group. I mean, this is quite a what's that? An attaboy for Lower Delaware.
Forever. That farm stays preserved
for our kids, our
forever.
Grandkids. Wow.
It's a big deal.
That's almost as big a deal as being involved in a brand new hospital being built.
Isn't that something?
And being able to stand back and look at that. Good job, IG.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, I am going to let you go now.
All right.
I'm going to get in trouble.
I know.
All right.
I appreciate the time.
Thank you for your servantness
Thank
or
you,
servanthood,
Jim.
whatever.
And you too.
Okay, I'll see you, IG.
See you, Jim.
All right, look him up, check him out, get to know him. IG Burton, rerunning for county council. That was a good little story. I like to hear that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? When you can be involved in something that goes beyond, I know this sounds terrible, but it goes beyond the grave. That's the measure of a person, is when you do something that beyond the end of your life continues to be a blessing and a difference in the world you lived in. Good job. It's the dash, actually. So, boy, that was getting too deep, everybody. But it was good. Dry Zone, sponsor of the show. Appreciate Dry Zone. Good friends of mine, Bill and Heather Anderson. Thank you very much for being involved with Weller Does Delmarva. If you need a crawl space encapsulated, if your basement is leaking where it never leaked before, if you've got some concrete that's not level or whatever, and you need to have it leveled out or whatever, you can do that. So I just want to let you know that Dry Zone does it all. They also do what was I getting ready to say? They do electrical work. They do the Spartec floor coating. They did it for my business in Wellers in Bridgeville. The whole showroom floor, they did it, and it's pretty cool. So I'm just letting you know that Dry Zone is a good company. They're always hiring. People say, why are they always hiring? Because they're growing like crazy, and they need good quality team Dry Zone people. So I'm just letting you know, you're looking for a career change, you want to work somewhere that'll work you 52 weeks a year, Dry Zone will get it done, okay? So anyway, if you have any questions about Dry Zone, you want to get a free estimate on something, you want to talk to them, give them a call. It's 302-684-5034, 684-5034. DryZone.com on the web. You can learn about them there. You can stop right in on Route 16 in Ellendale Monday through Friday and say hi. See some of the awards they've won, meet some of the people, look at some of the products they use. They're a good local company. Everybody and their brother is getting into what Dry Zone does, but there's one and only one, Dry Zone. DryZone.com. Check them out. Hey, I hear the music. We're going to take a break from the radio. We continue right on TV. So no stopping the show. We are live. We are right here, and feel free to continue watching. If you are watching on Facebook, we would appreciate it if you would start a watch party. If you would, please start a watch party, all right? So if you don't know how to do that, you go down and you hit the share button, and it'll say watch party or start a watch party, and you push that button, and next thing you know, 40,000 more people will know that you are doing it, or however many friends you have, all right? Colin, what is going on with you?
Well, good morning, Jim. It's the share button, not the sunny button. Make
Oh,
sure
is that
you
what
don't
it
hit
is?
the wrong one, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the
All right.
share button.
Share button.
All right.
All right. So TV Delmarva. TV Delmarva's on the air, Jim.
It's on the air.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. There it is. You see it?
Wow, that's kind of neat how he
It
does
is
all
kind
that.
of cool how we've
Yep.
got everything right here on my phone, so we can monitor the TV station right here. So, brand new channel coming up. Mm-hmm. Channel 14.2.
I've heard a rumor.
Delmarva Newsnet.
Yep, 24/7.
Yeah, and it's pretty exciting that we're going to have this. So it's going to be a half hour. They call it the classic half hour news wheel.
Okay.
If you know what that is. I had no idea what that was.
I'm not
But
sure.
pretty much what it is all the news and weather and sports you need to know in a half hour segment.
Okay. Okay.
So each half hour,
something.
you're going to get news. And
All
you're going
the
to get
time.
everything that you need.
Everything that you need.
All the important stuff. And
Okay.
And we're also going to have local news. So this is a national affiliation, the
Right.
Newsnet, and then we are Delmarva Newsnet. So we're going to add in our own local news, our local forecasts,
Okay.
and probably some local sports.
All right. Well, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. So
That's pretty
and-
cool.
And we're looking for sponsors. So if somebody wants to jump on board with this, we actually have several people that are interested already. They're just kind of like, hey, I just want to see what it looks like. I want to see what it's all about.
Now, the only problem with waiting, I do want to say this. You can wait, no
Yeah.
problem at all.
Yep.
But as the station grows, of course, the audience grows, and rates are based on audience size. Where if you get in right now, it's like this is a
the best
stock
deal
tip
that it's
This
ever gonna
is-
be.
Yeah, this is a Jim Weller stock tip.
Right.
Okay, get in on the ground floor because as it grows, you get more bang for your buck.
This is the initial public offering.
That's right.
The
That's what
IPO,
it is.
Jim.
The IPO.
Right.
IPO. This is the IPO.
Not the IHOP. The IPO.
All right.
So anyway, TV Delmarva, tvdelmarva.com. Look for us on Amazon Fire Stick.
Yes.
Roku. Point your antenna towards Seaford. Rescan your television. Look for channel 14. That will be us, TV Delmarva.
Check them out.
Check us out.
If you got any questions, you want them to call you?
Yeah, call me. Call me right on my cell phone right now, 302-242-8015.
242-8015. All
Yes.
right.
Yep.
Okay. I need somebody to call him just so that I know this show is
Or
working.
text. I'll take a text, too.
Yeah, just text him if you
don't want to talk.
All right, because he's busy eating. All right, Colin, thank you very much. All right, 242-8015 is Colin Walls. And so anyway, we're doing the show live. We're right here in Rudy's Family Restaurant. I am already, in the first half hour of this show, I have fallen behind already. So anyway, I will catch up because I'll start talking faster. But I want to say thanks a lot to everybody that watches this show and tunes in. I get a lot of comments through the week. But listen, if you have never met David Bosco, he's going to be joining me here in a little while between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. You've seen his signs up and down the highway. There's a big electronic billboard in Ellendale. He's got a big message up there. He's a real good guy. He's actually a local gentleman who is running for governor of Delaware. And so if you've never heard of him, you've never seen him, you want to see what he looks like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my breath. He is going to be joining me here in just a little bit on Weller Does Delmarva. Now, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to do anything or not do anything, so I'll take any suggestions anybody's got. We are about to celebrate our 7-year anniversary, okay? 7 years. 7 times 5 is 350, and 2 times 7 is 14. So I think show number 364 will be our 7-year anniversary. I don't know what to do. I'm debating whether to have a party. I don't know if you're allowed to have a party here or not. I don't know if the climate, the political climate with the COVID rules allows for any type of celebration or smiling or laughing or anything like that. But anyway, long story short, we're getting ready to celebrate 7 years of doing this show. And I want to say thank you to everybody that's played a role in it. There's people that work all week long lining up guests. There's people that make the collage. There's people that help here during the show, taking pictures, different things like that. So there's a lot of things that happen, and I just want to let you know we appreciate your participation. Pictures. People say, Jim, you take a lot of pictures. Every person that sits down here and picks up the microphone, we take a picture of them, okay? It's kind of a cool thing, and we've got about 140,000 of them. And they kind of look pretty good, and they're just getting better by the day. So anyway, not that I'm looking any better. We're just using better. We're just using better cameras or whatever. I don't know, or less sunlight. It's hard to say. But anyway, week by week, we do this show. We have live guests. We enjoy it. You can come and watch the show. You can literally sit right here in the lobby, or you can go in and have breakfast and come in or come out or whatever you want to do. So anyway, we're at Rudy's Family Restaurant in Harrington. And we are here for you. If you ever want to be on the show, maybe you own a business and you need some advertising or whatever, I'll work with you. I mean, we don't do it for free, but we do have affordable advertising if you would like to be on the show, okay? Later on in the show, we might give some stuff away. I'm already behind. I'm going to try to stay on target. If I do, then we're great. We'll take some phone calls and do some giveaways. If I fall behind, I won't be able to do any giveaways today. It's hard to say. Today is the last day of the Delaware State Fair. I think I'm going again tonight. I have met a young man that I get impressed real easy. People that know me, I like people that do business. I've met a guy that sells these chairs. In fact, I've invited him to be on the show this morning. I don't know if he's going to make it or not. But anyway, if you go in, I think it's called the Dover building. I call it the air-conditioned building with the nicer air-conditioned bathrooms. But anyway, if you go in that building, it's where Dry Zone's booth is. Right a kind of catty corner, there's a guy selling these chairs that you wave them around, then they fill up with air. And I bought like 8 of them the other night. I'm buying a bunch of them tonight. But anyway, he is going to join me. I have to pause. We're coming back on the radio. Now we're back on the radio. That pause was real quick. Okay. Anyway, we are here. You're listening to a weekly show called Weller Does Delmarva. We're inside Rudy's Family Restaurant in Harrington. Okay. We're right here. We're live. You can come and watch the show. Our next guest is David Bosco. We're going to talk to him, but I think we're taking a phone call from another sponsor, which is Justin Ward. Are you there?
Morning, Jim. How are you doing today?
Real good, Justin. How in the world are you?
Doing pretty good. We're going to work some cattle today on the farm, so it's a farm day.
Really? Well, good. That seems to be something you really enjoy, this farm day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's time to get away from what goes on through the week. Everybody needs a little bit of a hobby that way they're not just working on their main job every single day. So it's a peace of mind, get your mind wandering a little bit, and I usually find that my best ideas come from being on the farm. So
right, that's true.
We'll take them.
And so you're the owner-operator of Visible Fence brand of Delmarva. And
yep.
How's business and anything new you want to tell us?
Well, we got a lot of good things going on. I think some people are at their beach house, so they're trying to get it set up for the remaining of the summer. We're working with a lot of dogs and puppies. We've seen a lot of dogs getting adopted, so they're finding new homes. And everything that we do is customization, so we're able to work with those dogs that might be a little bit challenging or in a new home. They got some previous behaviors that are coming from another life. We're able to work with puppies as young as 8 weeks because of how low the settings can go, is what we call it. And it allows the dogs to adapt to the system itself and the training before they're actually let on their own out in the yard and stuff like that. So I always say Invisible Fence is not a babysitter, but it definitely gives you a peace of mind knowing that if your dog's out in the yard, they see a distraction, squirrel, deer, cars, other dogs, we can really work with them on understanding what the alternatives are for them. So it's not like a cattle fence that they would bounce off of. Everything's about training them to that area. So, but we do got new technology coming out. If anybody was not familiar with the Boundary Plus 1.0, we do have Boundary Plus 2.0 coming out that'll be able to sync up with your phone so you know what your dog's doing. There's a lot of features there. You can add family members. It's got different, on our end, it's got, from an engineering standpoint, it's got different frequencies so we can put them next to other either competitor fences or even other invisible fence systems. So they let you know if your dog does escape from the fence itself. And with the mobile app, it's a web-based, so you can be anywhere in the world and it will let you know what's going on with your invisible fence. So versus a Bluetooth or a Wi-Fi system that you would have at your house. So that should be out here next week. I'm excited. We actually did some installations this past week on them. So they're still a little bit in the testing, but if anybody likes new technology, it's going to be a cool thing. And then obviously this transmitter here, a lot of people have heard me talk about the GPS system. This transmitter will be able to do GPS as well for anything 3 acres and over. So the technology is really coming along.
Wow. It sounds like it. In other words, it's all cutting edge all the time, and sounds like you really embrace it and you're right on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's part of my job every day is testing new products, doing tests with dogs, and we want to make sure it's healthy, safe, and very economical. Like I always say, we're a little bit more pricier, but we're going on 47 years. This Invisible Fence brand's been going on 47 years of being a business, and I've been in it for 20 years with my family. So we're always adapting.
Wow, sounds like it. Well, how do people get a hold of you?
They can contact us by phone or text at 410-546-2436, or definitely check us out on Facebook and YouTube.
All right. Well, I think it's a good product. I've had it for years. It's well known. It's not some just cheap fly by night thing. It's a reputable company that services and has good warranties and stands behind it. But more importantly, it works and keeps your animals safe. So one more time, Justin, what was that number?
410-546-2436.
My friend Keith Ruark, owner-operator of Untitled, okay? So if you need any kind of pest control and you're looking for somebody that knows what they're doing, Keith is on his game, okay? He offers free on-site estimates and evaluations. That's very important. It's not the kind of thing you want to get a quote over the phone. You want somebody to come and look at your situation. So if you want that, it is a free estimate and evaluation. He'll come out. He'll spend a little bit of time looking around, crawling through your crawl space, whatever. And I find him to be very knowledgeable, very on his game. The nice thing about dealing with Integrity Pest Solutions, Keith Ruark, is when you call, you're going to get a call and you're going to talk to Keith Ruark. When he comes out for the estimate, you're going to get Keith Ruark. And when they come out to do the work, you're going to get Keith Ruark. So he's an owner-operator. He's very passionate about what he does. He does it. You ever dealt with a company where you really like the first person you talked to, but then the next person didn't quite match up to that person? Keith is the guy. So anyway, estimates, evaluations are absolutely free. All you do is give him a call. He does all of Sussex and Kent counties. He is certified and insured. He has some eco-friendly treatments also, if you would like that. So his phone number, please give him a call this morning at 302-858-8629. That's 858-8629. Look him up on the web, integritypestsolutions.com, and like him on Facebook if you would. He'll treat you fair. He's honest. He does what he says he's going to do. I've been dealing with him for years. Integrity Pest Solutions, Keith Ruark. Now, I know people are sending me notes saying the sun is making everything look different. I got it. I understand. All right, we're doing our best here. Next week, we're going to have a whole different sun system, okay? Hopefully. We're going to buy some sheets and hang them up there is what we're going to do. So anyway, David Bosco has stopped in, and he has thrown his hat into the ring, and he is trying to be our next governor and wants to do it. So how are you doing, David? And good morning to you.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. How has it been campaigning for governor?
It's been really different. I guess I've been here about a month and a half ago,
Okay.
and a lot's changed since then. I look at things a lot differently now.
Okay.
There's, you just take the platform, for instance. There's things that I want to do that other people have such big desires for. Like, you
Okay.
don't realize till you really start getting in with the people how much what I think is important is really more important to them.
Okay.
Because they have a connection with it.
Right.
And when you start talking to a lot of people, you start seeing that this connection is something more than just a little bit.
It's big.
It's real big because it's their life, and you hear
Right.
these stories, and it's not just a story, it's a story about their life. And I think that when you're running for office, it turns into completely working for the people. It's not just because I want to make a difference. It's because I want to make a difference for somebody else.
Right. So, and that's what it is. That's what it is to be a public servant. It's not about you. It's all about them.
So it's different. It's different than running a business. I
Right.
can tell you that.
Right.
But it's very, very interesting. Very.
So you've been campaigning through the whole state?
Yes. I would say Newcastle's the toughest right now.
Okay. Is it
because
different than Sussex?
It's a lot different.
Okay.
Mostly because, as a lot of people know, it is a lot of blue up in Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very picky about what they want because they know what they want.
Okay.
They know what's happened. They know where things have gone wrong, and they want to know what you're going to do to make a difference for them.
Right.
and how you're going to do it. They just don't want to hear that you're going to do something. They want to know how you're going to do it and how you're going to be able to get that to happen. So it's, Sussex obviously is a lot more of a red part of the state, and I would just say the balance. I mean, your population is so much bigger in Newcastle,
Right.
and it's so crammed that sometimes I think if you're running for some type of office in Lower Delaware, you can't forget Newcastle. You just can't. And even
Right.
if you're in Newcastle, you can't forget Sussex. Kent's kind of stuck in the middle there. They're trying to push back the busyness of Newcastle, and they're trying to keep the slowness of Sussex.
Right.
But it's difficult because when you look at the diversity, Kent County has some of your city type has horse and buggy. You could run into a horse and buggy
Right.
in West Dover. So the diversity of the state is unbelievable, and I think the people and their stories are just remarkable.
So would it be fair to say if you were governor and you only spent 80% of your time in one county, you might not be in tune with the state?
You've got a problem.
Okay.
You definitely have a problem if that's what you're doing.
So you're saying it would be important, and if you were governor, you would concentrate on the whole state.
You have to concentrate on the whole state. And, if you can put, even if the governor was busy to the point where he would have a hard time doing that, you need to put a committee together. You need to put a group of people together that can come to you and say, this is what's going on in each county. It's not just because you live in one county that's where all the issues are.
Right.
And we found that out through the recent events that we're going through now. Is if you don't have the experience of realizing what the differences are within the state, you can't condemn one part of the state for something that's going on and make the other part of the state suffer for it. Right. Exactly.
Right. Wow. All right. So let's say somebody wants to meet you or talk to you or have you share your thoughts or your platform. How do people communicate with you? How do they get a hold of you or send you a message?
They can go to our Facebook page at Bosco for Delaware, or they can go to our website at boscoforgovernor.com, and they can send us an email, send us a question. I respond to every single question and email personally.
Do you really? Wow. Okay.
Sometimes I get a little lag behind, but I try to play catch up at night.
Because you're a working man. You're working.
Yes.
Okay. So, and you want to be the next governor. I admire you. I really do. I think this is amazing. When I heard about it and I've watched you and I see your signs and you're working it and you're out there and you're doing Facebook Lives and talking and trying to communicate with people, I think you're on it. So it's a big task, though.
It is. I just want to stay true to the people. I want to stay true to myself and do the best I can.
Okay. And anything else you want to add? I mean, we're out of time, but we're not out of time. So you got anything else you want to interject? Or
I just think that, if I can put one message out there, I think that everyone needs to understand that you have a right to vote and exercise that right. Whether you're voting for me or someone else, it doesn't matter. Make sure you vote. The primary is September 15th, and if people want their expressions heard, they need to vote. That's the biggest thing. If you don't vote, it's a vote for someone else. So you just have to remember that.
Right. So everybody can make a difference, and we need everybody to make a difference.
That's it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to thank you again. What's contact info? Where are we steering people? What's the Facebook page is called?
Facebook page is Bosco for Delaware. Website
Real simple.
is boscoforgovernor.com.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
Yep. Good luck with everything. All right. So anyway, there he is, David Bosco. Look him up, Bosco for Governor. Look him up on Facebook and check him out. Good local guy, family man. Just wants to make a difference in your world, which is also his world. And I think that's important to know and think about. So, got lots of choices when it comes to candidates. So you really want to make sure you know the candidate. And fortunately, we're lucky. In a small state like this, you can get to know some of the candidates because they make themselves available. Now, let's talk about a today-only offer. Today, at Wilson's Auction, this is a sponsor segment, on Route 113 in Lincoln, there is a huge, as usual, Every Saturday I say there's a huge, there is, because thousands of things come in the building and thousands of things get sold on Saturday. It's really cool. So they have everything from glassware to jewelry to appliances to furniture to tools. I usually see exercise equipment, lawn and garden. There's all kinds of things for sale available to the highest bidder today on Route 113 in Lincoln at Wilson's Auction. It starts at 10 o'clock and goes into the afternoon and into the evening. So you could literally go there now and look around. I know people that go there and they will look things up on eBay and see what they're selling for, and then they'll buy them and resell them. I know people that do this on a regular basis. So you can buy a bargain at Wilson's Auction in Lincoln, okay? Now, let's say you want to sell something. Maybe you've been, quarantined and you've cleaned out all your closets in your garage and you don't really want to have a yard sale or be bothered with, advertising it and having people come to your house. You can take stuff to Wilson's Auction. I think it's Wednesday through Friday. Drop it off and pick up cash on Monday. It's that simple. They'll get it sold. It'll be over. And you will have the cash to go do with what you want. You don't have to worry about anybody, bothering you. Did it have a warranty or anything like that? You just take it to Wilson's and they'll turn it into cash. It's that simple, all right? So if you're listening and you're visiting and you've never been to a lively auction, go to Wilson's Auction, Route 113 in Lincoln today, starting at 10 a.m. It goes all day and into the evening. Then on Tuesday nights, they have an auto auction, okay? So where you can buy or sell a vehicle, either one. You could do both. You could sell one, buy one, whatever you want to do. Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock at Wilson's Auction. Phone number, everybody ready? It's 422-3454. 422-3454, wilsonsauction.com, okay? Check them out on Facebook, too. Yes, they are on Facebook. Very active there. Listen, it's been a busy morning. I've seen a lot of people coming and going. We are at Rudy's Family Restaurant on Route 13 in Harrington, okay? And in here, there is all kinds of food and things like that. And we're going to take a phone call real quick. We're going to give away a $10 gift card to Rudy's. You got to pick it up at Weller's in Bridgeville, and it will be a $10 gift certificate to Rudy's Family Restaurant. If you want one, we're only giving one away right now. You got to be the first one to call. The number's on your screen, but if you're listening on the radio, you can't see it. It's 422-7336. If you want a $10 gift card to Rudy's, call 422-7336. We're giving away one and only one to the first person to get through. 422-7336. If you would like a $10 gift card to Rudy's Family Restaurant in Harrington, it's free. You would stop into Weller's in Bridgeville and pick it up, and it's yours. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to 2. So, again, the phone lines are wide open. You know what? I don't know if the phone lines are wide open. They are wide open, aren't they? 422-7336. 422-7336. If there's anybody out there that wants a gift card to Rudy's, we're giving away one and only one. Do we have a phone call? Oh, man, I was hoping to be able to keep that gift card. All right, caller, are you there?
I am.
And who am I speaking to?
John Hatton.
John Hatton. Hatten?
Yes.
And how are you hearing or seeing this show?
Well, I'm actually at work today. I heard it on the radio.
Radio. And have you ever listened before?
Yes.
Okay. And you came back?
Yes.
Well, good. And
Always.
have you ever ate at Rudy's?
I have. I live there in Harrington.
Oh, okay. So you know where it's at, or you want me to give you directions?
I know exactly where it's at.
All right. Well, you can get a good little something for $10. Would you agree?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
All right. And so you know where Weller's is in Bridgeville?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you can pick up a gift card at Weller's in Bridgeville for $10, and you can use it at Rudy's in Harrington. How's that?
That's great.
All right.
Great. Thank you.
And John, did you go to the fair this year?
I did not.
Okay. All right. Do you normally go?
No, we have been in 10 years.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I just wondered. That's all. All right. Well, then have a good day, okay?
All right. Thank you, Jim.
All right. See you, John. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. John Hatton. All right. That was pretty cool. So we gave away a gift card. We're only giving away one right now, so no more phone calls. No more phone calls. Hey, can I brag on Jerry's Lawn Care just real quick? Another sponsor, supporter of the show. Jerry has been involved with this show for years. years. And I want to say thank you, Jerry Santoro from Jerry's Lawn Care, for supporting Weller Does Delmarva. Without all these different advertisers, all these different organizations that get to promote things, would not be able to do it. So we say thank you to our sponsors, Jerry's Lawn Care. So if you need lawn care, like grass cutting or something trimmed up, or you've got a bunch of brush that needs cleaning up, or you got a tree that's rotten and you're worried it's going to blow over in one of these storms that might be coming, listen, he does tree work. He cuts them down. He trims them up. Whatever you may need done, tree work, he does that. He grinds stumps. He digs up stumps, whatever you may need there. Also, he has a bucket truck if need be. He clears lots, like building lots. He clears them. He digs footers. He digs foundations. He also has firewood for sale. Plus, he has mulch for sale. So he kind of does it all. Irrigation systems, pavers, a little bit of everything. He's licensed. He's insured. Estimates are free. So what do you got to lose? Jerry's a good guy, family man, local guy. His business is in Greenwood. You give him a call, he'll come look at your project. Maybe it's something he does, maybe it's something he doesn't do, but you got no harm in giving him a call. So I'm going to give you the phone number. I'd like somebody to just call him and say good morning if you would. So here's Jerry's Lawn Care's phone number. It's 302-363-6025. 363-6025. It's jlc-llc.com. Okay? And check him out there. Good guy. You'll be happy with him. Colin Walls looks like he's sweating to death over there. So it's that sun is what it is. It's that sun. Right, both them sons. Them sons are doing a good job. Colin Walls is here. Colin Walls II's here. His son Jonathan's here. It's a family affair. They do a great job. Then we also have Tracy, who's taking pictures and lining up guests and keeping the microphone and the chair and everything sanitized and blue lighted and wiped down or whatever. Everything here is hermetically sealed. At one point in its life it was. Not every day. But anyway, she does a good job. Busy show. Lots of things going on. Lots of enthusiasm and energy in the room. I see Philip Watkins has arrived. I forgot to tell him he's not on today. No, he's on today. Anyway, he's going to be here. We're going to talk to him. So lots of things going on. So thank you for watching the show. I get comments all the time. I've been getting them all morning long. So thanks for that. And you never know what I'm going to hear or be told or have somebody observe as they're watching. So good morning. Good morning. I want to brag real quick on my chiropractors. Two of them, Dr. Bud, Dr. T. This is a sponsor segment. They're Peninsula Chiropractic Center. Dr. T owns it. Dr. Bud works with him. And between the two of them, they can help you out with any type of chiropractic care. Whether you have an injury from work or whether you tripped and fell at home, whether you're just getting older and fatigued like I am and you just need an adjustment now and then, they can help you out. It's like a wellness center. They're very friendly, very pleasant. They accept most brands of insurances, and they're just a good group of people to be around and deal with, in other words. So their attitudes are infectious. They're very encouraging. So you will feel it when you call on the phone from your very first contact with them. You will realize they're very accommodating. They want to get you in. They want to help you out. They want to figure out what's wrong and make things better in your life, whether it's for you or your kids or your grandkids. They deal with people of all shapes and sizes and all ages. So it's called Peninsula Chiropractic Center. Give them a call at 629-4344. That's 629-4344. Whether you get Dr. T or Dr. Bud, they both do a great job for me. I'm very happy with them. PeninsulaChiroCenter.com on the web and like them on Facebook, okay? So anyway, good morning, folks, and thank you for watching the show. People think I have a lot of energy. They watch this show and they say, man, how does a guy wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and hit the ground running? In other words, but I do. I like it. In other words, and I like to keep life moving and I like to talk. And the more I talk, the more energized I get. So I find when I'm driving down the road and talking on the phone, I got to watch my speed because the more I talk, the more I want to get where I'm going quicker. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody for watching this show and the comments. I get some very unique comments. I even get things in the mail sometimes, and I stand back as I open the envelopes. So I just want to say thank you. And I understand that what you see through the camera and what you see when you were here and left and stuff like that, we're working hard, but we're not professionals. We're just like a group of regular people that decided to do this show. And we're having a good time doing it, okay? So have a little grace with us. We're a little less than perfect, but we're a work in progress. So thank you for watching the show and all your comments, and keep them coming. I like constructive criticism. I hear the music. I'm taking a break from the radio, and we will be back in a moment on the radio, but we're going to stay right with you on TV and Facebook. Here we go. Here we are. So anyway, thank you, everybody. And I just want to say we're going to be here until 9 o'clock this morning. The show is here each and every Saturday morning. It's called Weller Does Delmarva, and we're almost in our 7th year. And we do a lot of things here. So, Colin, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Good. Well, that's very good. So
That is
anyway,
good.
I'm glad you're here, and TV Delmarva seems to be hopping.
It is hopping.
And was it last week we introduced Rob Petrie, or was
We
it
did.
2 weeks ago?
It was last week.
Last week.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I just
Yep.
wondered.
So last week we introduced Rob Petrie, and we introduced Delmarva Newsnet.
That's right.
Channel
All in the same
14.2,
show
Coming up here within the first week here of August.
within the next 10 days.
Yeah. Yep. I'm waiting
Wow.
for a piece of equipment to get here. It hasn't
Okay.
gotten here yet. So
Oh, it'll be here
it's
soon.
like the final piece of the puzzle.
Oh, yeah.
that
I
one that
got
you
it.
can't find.
Right. Widgets.
Yeah, that's it. So
Right.
So that should be here hopefully this week, and
Okay.
hopefully we get on the air with that, and that's all we're waiting for. So Delmarva Newsnet is going to be a 24-hour news service,
Wow.
news channel.
That's kind of really
over the
nice
air.
for Lower Delaware. But I guess
is.
TV Delmarva is not just Lower Delaware. Isn't it in Maryland, too?
Oh yeah, it gets into Lower Kent County.
Okay.
And all of the surrounding Maryland counties. I mean,
Okay.
it's in Worcester, Wycomico, Dorchester.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. About 385,000 people.
Now, do you
It
count them
covers.
by people or
And-
eyeballs?
The eyeballs. Now that sounds better.
It does,
But
'cause it's
but
twice as
people.
many.
It's people, but and that's the full-time population. It doesn't count all the people that come here in the summertime.
Oh, and just tune in and tune out. Wow.
Remember all the people we had from the campgrounds
Yes.
that would?
That's
They
right,
don't get
yes.
counted in the census as living in Delaware.
That's a good point.
That's a real good point.
Because we live in an area where people do come and vacation and then go. And then next week we got a whole bunch of new ones.
Right, yeah.
And so on.
Yeah, well, and we got the ones that are here all the time, too.
Correct.
They come down every weekend. You know, they've got a camper somewhere, and they've got that crank-up antenna on it, and,
Yeah.
and they're watching Channel 14.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. So, we're excited about being on the air and having this opportunity to put the Delmarva Newsnet on. So, but TV Delmarva is a great channel, too. Have you watched any of it, Jim? We've got
I
lots
don't
of-
remember what I watched, but I do watch it. I got my Roku TV.
Yep.
I got the channel. And from time to time, I will watch something.
So there is really good programming on TV Delmarva. So I would encourage you to check it out. If you don't have an antenna, or if you're out of our signal area, hook up your Roku, search for TV Delmarva, go to your Amazon Fire Stick, search for TV Delmarva there, or tvdelmarva.com.
Okay.
You can go right there and find us. So you can watch, you can listen, you can participate in Jim's show.
And can you buy advertising still, or are you sold out?
No, we still have plenty of inventory.
Okay.
To
Just want
sell.
to make sure. I knew you did.
Yeah. And if not, we'll add another channel if we run out.
Selling advertising is like selling produce. Whatever you don't sell today goes bad.
Right.
You can't resell it tomorrow.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
And it's a lost opportunity. In other words, for an advertiser. So I want to encourage people to talk to Colin. He's got salespeople now.
That's
and
right.
They'll come and talk to you and tell you all the opportunities. And because a lot of people I know, they're adjusting their advertising budget. They're saying, I did this and I did this and I did this for years and it worked.
Yeah.
But I can't afford it right now. I'm looking for something
You're
to
looking
get the
for the
word
best
out.
value?
Best value, best bang for the buck.
I believe we have it. I believe we have the best value on Delmarva with advertising at TV Delmarva. Best bang for your buck.
and I know it's very affordable because you
Yeah.
are getting started and you're given some very good introductory rates.
Yep,
And
that's right.